Hello, Landmark community. I'm Aesop Block. Welcome to Voices TV, and thank you for tuning in to Landmark Live. We have a special segment for you today regarding how you can help yourself amidst the election's results. Many people are dealing with a lot of stress right now, and one way to deal with that stress is by using therapy dogs. Thankfully, Landmark College has many therapy dogs for student support, and they are currently working to give students on campus the support that they need. We interviewed multiple therapy dog owners throughout campus to learn the truth about how exactly they are supporting students on campus. Now, let's pass it on to our field reporter, Ryan, with more information.
Thanks, Aesop. We spoke to Heather Stinson, an academic advisor at Landmark College, to discuss how therapy dogs are a good coping mechanism to deal with stressful situations.
I've definitely seen an increase in the number of students who've been coming to my office to hang out with our therapy dog, Ashby, since the results of the election. People have a lot of really big feelings that need to be processed, and sometimes that's easier with a dog. Dogs don't judge. Dogs don't have opinions that are contentious, and so when students are feeling big feelings, being able to come in and hang out with Ashby, just give her some snuggles sometimes is enough. Sometimes students want to be talking and processing what they're thinking and experiencing while they hang out with Ashby. But either way, it makes it easier having the dog rather than face-to-face communication, which can be uncomfortable, especially when topics are contentious.
We also spoke to Scott Shadler, another therapy dog owner, to get his thoughts on the matter.
I haven't seen an increase in attendance for the therapy dogs since the election. However, the students who do come regularly have been speaking about the election a little bit more. And it does seem that a therapy dog or a dog or animal in general helps students feel a little bit more settled in their body. And rather than calming them down, I think allows them to share their emotions about it that maybe they weren't always aware of like, oh yeah, I'm sadder than I realized, or I'm more afraid than I realized too. So I haven't seen an increase in attendance, but the students who do come have been speaking more about the election.
Now that you got the basic picture of how therapy dogs can be useful for stress, let's go into an example. That being how therapy dogs can help with the presidential election.
One way I've helped support students through the election is to be a neutral sounding board without judgment, whatever they're feeling. There are students who are worried, there are students who are anxious, there are students who are happy. And wherever I land in that spectrum of emotions, my role as an advisor is to be a sounding board for all of my students and to provide any level of support that they need as they process this experience and what it means to them as individuals.
See therapy dogs at Landmark being a great coping mechanism for students who are dealing with stress from academics, social stress, just being on campus too. And I really like what you said about supporting loneliness. Maybe something I didn't realize that the therapy dog here at program at Landmark does is a student will come to see my dog, Oliver, but then another student will also come. And students who may typically be more introverted or isolated now have another friend who have a common interest that they wouldn't have necessarily connected with otherwise. So it does seem to make some friendships between students because they have a shared love of the furry kind of thing in front of them. So not only I think does Oliver help them feel less lonely, but students are making more connections and more friendships because oh yeah, we all liked Oliver, or I met you that one day at the therapy dog program. And that's been unexpected and great. So I see that kind of helping a lot here on campus.
Therapy dogs can help with coping with stress, no matter what the situation is. Now back to you in the studio, Aesop, with the closing notes.
Thanks, Ryan. Those therapy dogs can really help with post and pre-election stress and any kind of stress for that matter. You can read more about the Landmark Therapy Dogs at lcvoices.com under Paw Report. That's all for today's segment. I'm Aesop Block with Voices TV and Landmark Live, and I hope you will have a wonderful day.